Welcome to Black and Gold Today, brought to you by Ray Brandt Infinity. I'm Rachel Whittaker, and it's great to have you with us on this Saints Trivia Tuesday. Sean Payton said this bye week is all about self-scouting, so we'll begin right away with Payton on that subject.
We have the ability now, it used to be where you had to wait, file reports, and then get, wait for a total. We have the technology now where it's kind of constantly in our lap updated, and so we'll look closely at what's been effective formationally, what are we doing by tendency, and the same thing defensively in the kicking game.
And here with more now is our sports columnist, Jeff Duncan. Well, Jeff, one thing I saw Sunday was, of course, Junior Galette's electrifying safety that just fired up the Superdome crowd. That was a little more of a sign of the Saints pass rush getting a boost. So is that an area on defense you think is very critical for the Saints to improve during this extra week?
Well, there's no question it's got to improve sometime during the season, Rachel, because the Saints have major issues in the secondary. They've got injury concerns there, and frankly, a little bit of talent deficiency back there. So the best pass coverage comes when you have a very good pass rush to help that out. And right now, the Saints aren't getting a lot of sacks, but they are putting some pressure on the opposing quarterback. They're getting a lot of holding calls, which in many instances is as good as a sack. But I really think this team is going to probably have to start putting more pressure from the back seven, and that means Rob Ryan's going to have to send a few more blitzes to create some more mismatches and some more problems in pass protection. He's done that a little bit in the past, but the problem there, Rachel, is that the Saints just don't have great blitzers at their linebacker or safety position. Probably Kenny Vaccaro is the best blitzer in the bunch, and I noticed last week they used Paris Harrison a lot more coming from the linebacker position, but they didn't get a lot of pressure from the linebacker, so I'm not really confident that they're going to really make a huge improvement in this area going forward.
And a little bit on offense, one thing that we've been talking about and observing is the lack of the deep ball being effective. Drew's arm strength has been called upon in question, but it's more complicated than that. I don't think that that's an issue, really.
I haven't seen it. I know a lot of fans are talking about it. It's become a hot button issue among the fan base, but I really think that Drew Brees' arm strength's the same as it's always been. It's never been one of the top arms. He's never had one of the top arms in the league. It wasn't a strength when he came out of Purdue, and I think he's improved a little bit, but it's a little bit of a myth, the deep ball in the NFL. There's just not that many. You see maybe one pass completion over 40 yards a game by both teams combined. It's just defenses are very difficult to throw deep on. There's a lot of too deep coverage that the Saints are facing. Also, I think the Saints don't have a true deep threat on the roster right now. Robert Meacham, I think, has slowed a little bit. Joe Morgan's the best explosive play receiver they have. He's been inactive the last few weeks. It'll be interesting to see if they get him back on the field to try and create some more deep threats going forward. I think that could be the answer to the deep ball problems.
And the Saints also would love to get guys like Jimmy Graham and Mark Ingram and Jonathan Goodwin healthy again. And Payton said, "We'll see," when asked about the chance. Here's the coach.
Well, there were a few guys nicked up that I think we'll have back. I think from a timing standpoint, that way, yes. Then outside of that, it's really out of your control, but it does fall right after we had a few guys nicked up yesterday.
Talking about the bye week, of course, falling for the Saints in Week 6, and we'll, of course, keep you updated on NOLA.com. Jeff, thanks a lot. And up next, we've got Saints Trivia. Stay with us.
Designing luxury with children in mind could be a little excessive, but we found the perfect balance with the Infiniti QX60, featuring effortless third-row access.
Welcome back. Sunday wasn't the first time the Saints beat the Bucs in overtime by a touchdown, so here's this week's challenge. We ask, when the Saints won in overtime at Tampa Bay in 2002, who scored the winning points? As always, send your answers by Thursday to Whittaker at NOLA.com for a chance to win that Saints prize. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.